because I had the big record deal in London and all that, and they were going. One week it was flavour of the month was Capaldi. We need you to write a ballad like Capaldi. The next it's George Ezra. We need you to write that. You know.
So they actually tell you that specifically.
Oh, mate,
basically copy Louis Capaldi.
I used to go into a production session, and the producer had been secretly sent the script. I need you to make him sound like Harry Styles. So get all the grit out of his voice, get out all this. And eventually my mental health was just gone, I can't deal with this anymore. You know, at first I was like, I'll prove you, I'll write anything you want. No, I'll show you how good I am. And that was fine. But then eventually you start losing yourself and go, hang on a minute, what's in it for me here? And then, so I forced them to put Salamander Street on the record. Lo and behold, that became the song that kind of helped things. And of course, they would take credit for it, of course. You know, they're a great idea.
Did they not want that?
No.
No.
And then I met Dave. I'd sold 20 tickets for the garage, and he was like, why do you not sound like any of the bands that you love? And I go, I'm not allowed to. And he says, right, well, I'll tell you what, I'll work for free for 10 months. He says, and if you like me, you can keep me on. And so I had to sack all these people in London, right? Like, you know, wee Callum from Musselburgh phoning Universal Records saying... So
see you later, guys.
So the funny thing, this is a good story, that my contract was up for renewal, right? And I had these, they called themselves Porsche managers, right?
The Porsche managers?
Porsche manager. Unbelievable, man. Anyway, so I phoned them and I said, hey, look, the contract's running out at the end of the week. And they're just like, yeah, and I assume that we'll be doing it again. I goes, I won't be renewing it, right? And I didn't like confrontation. You know what I'm
I bet you that never happens.
Right, so the next thing, the first thing I could think, I goes, you remember that James McFadden goal against France where he scored for the halfway line? They were like, I says, well, I feel like I'm James McFadden, but I'm waiting for you to get stripped and pass me the ball, or you're waiting for me to score a halfway line goal before you get stripped and pass me the ball. I need somebody to pass me the ball now. They're like, right. I says, right, so I won't be renewing the contract, goodbye. And then after 4 years, that was it.